Warrior Oracle. Guidance for the collective. Guidance for the collective. Guidance for the collective. Embrace. So somebody's in need of love, somebody's in need of care. We all need nurturing, loving, and caring. Somebody may be nurturing, loving, and caring, or embracing at this time. Guidance for the collective. Guidance for the collective. Clear your energy. Clear your energy. It looks like there's a lot of conflict going on in the mind and in the spirit that needs to be cleared. There may be a lot of clutter in your house or clutter in your environment. Clear the clutter, cut out all the wicked, clear the energy. Maybe you need to burn some incense or mop your floors, wipe your walls, clean no cobwebs off your windows, and all those things like that. Chants, read some prayers, read some holy books. Guidance for the collective. Innocence. So this may be something to do with a child. This may have something to do with a child. This may have something to do with naivety, you not knowing. Okay. Let's pull some more oracle cards. Give me clarity for embrace. Add on to embrace. What is this embrace about? Add on to embrace. Guidance for the collective. Add on to this embrace. What is this embrace about? These two wanted to come up. Harmony and wish come true. It is important for you to have quiet, peaceful work atmosphere in order for you to thrive. Working at home or for yourself is best. Wish come true. Your wish is being granted, but it may not come in the way you expected. No worries, it's just what you need. So, this may be a harmony in a work environment or a harmony in a home. And there's a wish come true. So embrace that. And this could be a relationship because, there's an embrace of a mouse and an elephant. But some energy for clear your energy. Clear your energy. Clear your energy. Some clarity for clear your energy. We have answers. You will resolve your current situation soon. Work wise. You find unique ways to stand out. You find a new opening with job security. So, this is a financial focused deck, but it's also life. So when it says job, it doesn't have to be job. It could be a relationship. It could be a friendship. It could be anything that you need security in or you're opening new. So answers. And clear your energy. So there's maybe some knowledge that you may need in order to set your energy straight or set your mind straight. Set your direction straight. Clear your energy. Your energy may be scattered for lack of guidance. You maybe need answers. And innocence. Power position. You are being promoted or called to lead. Time to step into your sovereignty and guide others with compassion. Innocence. So you may be in a position of power for the first time, or maybe somebody in a position of power is affecting somebody who's innocent and guiding somebody who's innocent. Let's use some tarot and get some clarity on these cards here. Guidance for this embrace, harmony and wish come true. Guidance for embrace, harmony and wish come true. Guidance for embrace, harmony and wish come true. This is the Seven of Cups reversed. It was reversed. So this is Seven of Cups reversed. There's a lot of choices, maybe too many choices, too many options. We get the Nine of Cups. Oh, sorry, this is the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords reversed. Nine of Swords reversed. So, Nine of Swords is a card of fear, despair, sleepless nights, and whatnot. So with it reversed, there's probably less fear, less despair, less sleepless nights, but the energy is still there. And the third card for clarity is fulfillment, the Nine of Cups. This is like the wish card. So yeah, wish come true, the wish card. There was some fear and some choices that were made in the past about some embrace, and somebody had too many choices to embrace, and they thought they had a wish come true, and that that this was harmony, and they ended up causing themselves some despair, but it all turned out to be for the best, because there was wish fulfillment. But now the energy needs to be cleared. So maybe this fulfillment was temporary, and this fear, this the fear is reversed, so it's less fear, and that's probably why it ended up harmonizing, ended up being a wish come true. So I'm seeing that a situation that was probably bad, was probably immoral, it was probably wrong, ended up causing some kind of stress or some kind of despair, but in the end harmony came through, and you guys ended up embracing and working it out, and it ended up being a wish come true. Or let's get more clarity with energy and see if my intuition is correct. Clear your energy. We have the Page of Wands, exploration, reverse. Clear your energy. So Page of Wands, reverse. The Page of Pentacles, reversed. And the Lovers, reversed. Okay, so now in the present you need to clear your energy, because there's been some exploration in the past that was probably not good. You probably got a message, or you were curious to know something, and you found out, and you got another a message from the Page of Earth. So this is probably a message about a friend or a family member or somebody who you were sharing some kind of resources with, like a home or food, clothing and shelter, stuff like that, right? Or this could actually be a money thing. In reverse, this, it's probably something that went wrong. Obviously you need to clear your energy. So probably some things that somebody said, because these are two message cards, or these also could be two children or two young girls. But something about this energy here or these messages or these children has your energy messed up. Maybe these messages gave you answers that you needed to you know to resolve your current situation, right? That's what it says. You will resolve your current situation. Work-wise, you find unique ways to stand out. You find a new opening of job security. Uh, yeah. And then you have the Lovers reverse. The Lovers can deal with a choice, or the Lovers can deal with a destined partnership. These partnerships don't have to actually be people. This could be a job, or this could be another person. This embrace was in the past, so this is probably a person. So you probably have a destiny with this person, or had a destiny with this person. The universe brought you together. Angelic forces brought you together, and things didn't work out because of lack of communication. So you're looking for answers in order to help make this choice, or to help resolve this situation, to clear the energy between you and this other entity. This could be a person, or this could be a situation. So you're looking for answers to clear your energy, to clear your thoughts. There's a lot of clutter, a lot of chaos going on. You want to calm this down, so you need answers to calm this down. And you've been getting messages, but they have not been clearing your energy. They're reversed. And this is about a lover, or a partnership, or a soulmate, a twin flame. This is like the twin flames card. But it could also be, a twin flame job opportunity, a twin flame business opportunity. But we have this embrace in the back with all these 7 of Cups, and this fear and fulfillment and harmony and wish come true. So and that was in the past. So I'm going to say that, there's probably children involved with you guys, or there's been some messages that have caused problems, and you're looking for answers with this lover. Innocence. Clarify innocence and power position. Clarify innocence and power position in the future. Celebration. The 3 of Cups. The Hierophant. And the 4 of Swords. Rests. So the Hierophant is definitely a power position, a man of power. He is the leader of orthodoxy. He's a leader of orders. He's the high priest. He's the, well, not necessarily. He is a high priest, but I wouldn't say he's the high priest to the high priestess like most people say. But he is a high priest. He's definitely an authority. He's an official. And so can be a symbol of orthodoxy, of orders, of groups, large groups, or even cults, and even businesses. This could be a business, or the boss at a business or whatnot. But there's a celebration in the past in reverse. So there was probably a celebration that with this innocence card, I would say that this celebration was not actually a good thing, although it was good, it was fun, it was enjoyable, but it was not for the best. That's why it was reversed in the past energy. But this is the future past energy. So maybe in the future there'll be a celebration, but this celebration is probably going to take away from this innocence. So be careful with who you party with. Don't do drugs, don't overindulge, don't drink, definitely don't cheat. The Hierophant is somebody who would definitely not advocate for cheating. But the power position in Hierophant corresponds. So I'm going to read power position. You are being promoted or called to lead. Time to step into your sovereignty and guide others with compassion. So you're probably done with this lifestyle. I think that you are, if you're not done with this lifestyle here, you're probably rising up in the ranks of this order, and maybe there's not a lot of innocence involved, or you're seen as innocent and naive. but this is definitely a power position. So in the future, you'll probably be somebody. You'll probably have new responsibility, um, in a family or in a business or in a job or in a friend group. Uh, but what's needed is rest, right? But you're probably not getting enough rest yet. I'm seeing that somebody is not healing. There needs to be some healing done. I think that this celebration card upside down could be dealing with overindulgence. It could be too much drinking, too much partying. It could be too many partners. But the Hierophant is here to put everything in order, to stop the overindulgence, to stop the promiscuity, if you will. But this lack of rest, there's a lack of rest going on here. There's a lack of spiritual insight. There's a lack of growth. There's a lack of healing going on. There's a need for healing. So my guidance to you will probably be to seek out an elder and focus on healing. Focus on going within and healing your spirit, healing your thoughts, clearing this clutter. Maybe you are innocent. Don't let this position of power turn you into someone corrupt. Don't let this position of power turn you into somebody who overindulges in drugs and fleeting relationships, promiscuous relationships. Let this position of power make your innocence turn you into someone powerful in the right way and not the wrong way. Use this power, this promotion that you're probably going to get, or this order that you may have in this relationship, this power that you have in this relationship. Use it to heal the relationship and not to make things worse. Don't overindulge in frivolous celebrations and frivolous partnerships, and then in the future you will not be able to rest. You'll be stressed out, you will be burnt out, you will be worried about, you'll be juggling different relationships and different businesses or different jobs. Don't put too much stress on your shoulders. Take the burden off. Still your mind, still your heart, still your body. Calm down and heal. So that you can manage this position of power that you'll be put into, because your innocence is at line. Power corrupts. So once power has corrupted you, your innocence is gone. You'll lose your innocence and do frivolous things. And once you lose your innocence and do frivolous things, for those of us who have a conscience, it can disturb us and interfere with our sleep and interfere with our healing. Yeah. So I would say that in the past there was a wish to come true of a harmony and embrace, and maybe you had an abundance of it, or there was an abundance of this wish come true, and there's a lot of fear associated. This fear could be because of the too many options, or you were confusion, but ultimately you were fulfilled. You got your wish. But sometimes when we get what we want, it comes with problems, or it comes with unforeseen things. Jealousy, envy, greed. So we have these two pages upside down that can represent just that. And so you need to clear your energy. You're probably getting messages from people that are confusing you, and you need answers, right? And it's about a loving situation or a divine partnership or a business, some kind of partnership that is being guided by the Most High, being guided by the universe, right? But this partnership is in reverse, so you have to do something about it. But maybe you don't know, you are innocent, and you'll be put into a position of power. You'll be thrust into a position of power to make decisions about this relationship. But if you're celebrating with the wrong people, if you're how do you say, dealing with low lives, or dealing with people who are not looking out for the best for themselves, or looking out for the best of you, you could corrupt this innocence. You can corrupt this position of power and end up unhealed instead of healing. So this power, the universe is giving you this, this opportunity is coming to you where you'll be put into a position of power. This could be in a relationship, or this could be in a business or a job. But if you screw it up, if you screw around, if you take this power for granted, you can end up, regretting it, not healing, or Yeah, basically you might end up regretting it. So that's the guidance here. Um, Maintain your innocence. I'm gonna go ahead and read the Oracle book. Sorry, for innocence, which is card 45. Since it is the outcome. Card 43. The simplest gesture of love and respect can prevail over even the toughest of hearts. In this card, the lightness of the aura around Ganesha portrays innocence. By being soft and still, you give the universe the opportunity to assist you in creating your desires. Be willing to release any cynicism. Have you noticed yourself becoming increasingly critical over time? As you gather more experience, sometimes the familiarity of a situation can cause you to lose touch with your innocence. Like I say, power corrupts, right? It is only natural to expect similar outcomes as you have had in the past with similar situations present themselves in your life. Don't forget, though, that change and transformation are always possible. You are being offered an opportunity to approach this situation with renewed peace. If you are making changes to your job situation, relationships, or even the direction of your life path, approach this with a sense of exploration and the excited curiosity of a child. Be willing to let go of preconceived ideas that have developed over time in your mind. Allow your heart to be centered and in a place of peace. Every day, call on Ganesha for guidance and renew your mind and refresh your thinking. With Ganesha's assistance, complete each situation you encounter. Ask Ganesha to support you. Remember to pray for freedom from fear, worries, and unhealthy obsessions that might control your thoughts and harm your soul. Be accountable for your decisions and their results. Just knowing that you are responsible will assist you to take decisions seriously and with greater consideration. So approach this with the innocence of a child. Approach this promotion and power with the innocence of a child. You see what I'm saying? So that you're not bogged down with this mature attitude, this miserable attitude, or whatever. And having this miserable attitude and this stress may turn a celebration sour. It's something that's meant to be good and nice, turn it upside down and sour. So I want to say that the guidance here about the situation that you had in the past with this embrace and this wish come true that has turned into confusion and needs to be cleared, approach it with innocence. You have power, but don't be arrogant. Just because you have power doesn't mean you need to be arrogant or mean. And it doesn't mean that you have to try and take advantage of the situation. Be pure as a child. Stay in the order of the universe, meaning what's right and wrong, and make sure that you're healing. You're not becoming more corrupt, more sick. We don't really feel the consequences of the things that we do. Well, the ones of us who aren't lucky don't feel the consequences of what we do right away. The lucky ones feel it immediately, so they don't have to do wrong at all. But in the future, if you abuse this power, if you approach this situation with your conditioned mind and you think the way you think how it's supposed to go and it doesn't, you can cause some things to go awry. And so this position of power can actually become a problem. So just be innocent, just be happy, just be lighthearted, and stay within the realm or within the boundaries of what's right, and you should be able to heal within the future. You should be able to grow within your position of power. Warrior Oracle.